Hello, hi, welcome to my channel Knitting Latvian. My name is Ingrid and I'm here to talk about my knitting during month of the May. Has gone by. Yeah, how was your May? What were you up to? Mine was busy, but that didn't stop me from knitting in my free time. Anyways, the May in Latvia was not very warm. Unfortunately, the spring elongated into the May. For example, last year, May was already warm, and we wore garments like this. Right now it is the start of the June, so now it is 20 degrees Celsius, but during the May it wasn't that warm. So that was a great opportunity to wear my knits anyways, because in the summer it's a little bit harder, you know, it is warm, and usually the knitting garments are knitted from wool and they are warming by themselves. But so without further ado, I will show you what I have done, what are my finished objects, what I am working on right now, and also I will share some acquisitions. There are not a lot this month, but still there are. So let's go. My first thing what I'm holding here is a sweater like this. It is a drop shoulder sweater, worked top down with a double folded neckband, and all the ribbings are one by one, bound off in tubular cast off or Italian cast off. Yeah, and the interesting thing about this sweater is also the yarn. I will tell you about it a little bit later, but the cast on method that I used here was Judy's Magical Cast On. And can you tell where it is? This is the back of the sweater, and you maybe, if you look closely, can tell where the start of the sweater is. Yeah, it's right here. But thanks to the Judy's Magical Cast On is unnoticeable, at least when I place my hand on it, try to touch it, it is not traceable. So also when I wear it on my shoulders, it is not bothering me. Usually this part doesn't bother me, but I made it even more unnoticing, or even more flatter. So yeah, this pattern for this sweater was inspired both from Petiteknit Melange sweater and Marselle sweater, and I combined some details from one pattern and one from another. So this was the combination what came out of it. Yeah, it is a little bit oversized, like 120 centimeters across the body. The arms are a little bit snugglier than usual, but they cover right where my upper arm is, but still it's not like tightening. They're still comfortable, and as you can see here, for the arms, they are also used, as you can see here in the arm part, at the start of the sleeve, I used a German shirt rose to make like a little bit an angle for the hand, because if I would have picked up here the stitches and just continued in the round, it would be in a straight angle. But I like when my sweaters have a little bit of slope in the shoulder area. It makes them, the shoulder part for the drop shoulder, sweaters more flattering in my idea, in my thoughts, like, at least. So the yarn I used for the colorful sweater was this Drops Fiesta in this speckly color way, and number of it is 27. It has like a beige, whitish beige base with colorful speckles, and with that I held it together with mohair cone strand in nude color, and so the fabric came out like this. It has speckles, but from afar it also makes like a pattern, striped pattern with the speckles, and alternating like colors. Here you can see like more of a yellow tone or blue stripe. From closer, looking closer, it is more speckly. From afar, a little bit more stripes are visible. A cozy sweater. Unfortunately, right now it is too warm to wear it, but I love how the yarn knits up, how it blacked out, because this Fiesta yarn is like meant for socks, ideal for socks if you want to knit with like a 4mm needles. This is perfect, or better for socks, choose 3.5 if you want them to be tighter. Yeah? But for this sweater I chose to use 4mm needles for the stockinette and 3.5 for the ribbings all over. Yeah, so this was really enjoyable, cozy, warm, but it will wait for colder time, at least for autumn. Yeah, so this will wait for me in my wardrobe for later. Yeah, that was my first thing that I finished. The second one, I have it on this hanger. Hope you can see. Yeah, it is more easier to see. It's a little bit smaller. This is a as you can see, a garment that I can wear at summer. This is a t-shirt, but the pattern I used is the Ivy blouse, the new pattern from Petiteknit, that has a beautiful saddle shoulder construction. It is also worked top down on the collar here, and it implements some short rows to make the back panel a little bit higher than the front. It drops a little bit lower, and it has a beautiful detail for the shoulder, the saddle shoulder construction. Here at the top you can see this is the part where the shoulder is made, and after that it goes into the arm increases or the sleeve increases, and after that it increases both the body and the sleeve. Here, like, it goes into the raglan, and then the blouse is separated into the arms and to the body. Yeah, and after that it is worked in around both the body and the arms. And as you can see, I finished all of the edges, all of the endings with a I-cord edge. The I-cord edge method I borrowed from a Cumulus blouse pattern, so it was the same method. Yeah. The arms, also I made like a couple of decreases for the arms and finished it with I-cord edge. Beautiful clothing piece. I really like how it sits on my collar here on my shoulders. This is the most flattering garment construction I have tried until this day. Yeah, and this was the first time I tried this kind of construction, so I'm very pleased with the outcome. The yarn I used for this was this the linen soft yarn from Yarn Art. I think this is really wonderful summer choice for yarn. Yeah, so the contents of this is 30% linen, 36 viscose, and 34 cotton. So 3 summer fibers combined together, and they make this sparkly thread. Yeah, and one ball consists this one ball consists of 100 grams or 272 meters, almost 300. So for this t-shirt I bought 3 yarn rolls, and I have a little bit left over after finishing it. Yes, I could have made it a little bit longer, but also my torso is not that long, and if for example, if I want to wear it with skirts, or I usually wear high-waisted jeans or pants, this can just lay over the the garment's top, and I don't need to tuck it in. I don't have to worry where it ends. Yeah, so really great result for this garment. I really like it. The needles for this I used 3.5 as the pattern suggested. Maybe the yarn suggests to use 4mm needles, but the garment would have been even more see-through. But if you can see, as I lay my hand against the inside, in a couple of areas where the thread is not thickened, you can see the skin through it, but that's why I chose a little bit tighter gauge, so they would blend better together, the fibers. Yeah, this I will be wearing this summer. If you haven't tried the saddle shoulder construction yet, I would advise you to, and yeah, if you know how to make raglan, like simple raglan, you will be able to make also this saddle shoulder construction. Yeah, very flattering. And those both were my finished objects. I have finished 2 things, but I'm working on 3 whips. I have 3 whips. First one, I will mention the one you had seen in the previous podcast. So here I'm holding a Elisabeth blouse. It's a little bit crinkled up right now. Yeah, Elisabeth blouse with some modifications. For example, I made this opening a little bit shallower, not that deep. And of course, as you can see, I added straps, and the strap pattern I borrowed from the Marselle sweater again. Yeah, the inspiration is the same sweater as the first sweater that I finished. Yeah, and here I'm working with 4mm needles, and I'm almost done with one of the sleeves, and I have to do the second one. But the body is done and bound off in tubular cast off for the ribbing, which is 1x1. The stockinette part is made with 4mm needles, and the ribbings are made with 3.5mm needles. Yarn I'm using here is Charisma from Drops in white color and in chocolate brown color. The number for the brown was 4, and for the white one is 19. Yeah, those were my choices for this sweater. Yeah, I talk about it a little bit more in the previous podcast episode. If you want to check it out, you can do it. But when I will finish the sweater, I will tell you more about it that time. This was just a check-in. What is my progress on this Elisabeth blouse by Petiteknit? And next up is a new cast on, or soon to be finished. And maybe you can tell this is the Moby sweater, also by Petiteknit. And I'm done with one of the sleeves and with the body, and working on the second sleeve. I just wanted a light blue sweater, like a classic sweater. So that's why I chose this pattern, and that's why I'm working on it. Yeah, the pattern is worked again with 4mm needles. I would say that is my most favorite gauge or needles to work with. So I like really the cable details, the mock cable details on the front here, and also the moss stitch. I really like the fabric that it creates, and yeah, this was my choice. And yarn I'm using here is actually a cheap one, Elisabeth Alpaca Royale, like the new version. I remember I tried this old version, and just the proportions of the yarn were a little bit different, but for this one, as like the new variant is 55 acrylic, yeah, synthetic, sorry, but 15 is alpaca and 30 is wool. And the color for this is 356. Really pretty light blue. Yeah, the light blue color is like a new addition in my wardrobe, and I actually fell in love. Like I can easily combine it with like jeans and light blue dresses, and like, yeah, of course, like cream colors, browns. I like the combination of those colors. So soon this will be finished. I will block it out, and I'm making a size medium. Yeah. So stay tuned to see how it goes. Will I work it on the summertime, or I will choose to do something else? We will see. You know how it goes, how the inspiration will strike. We never know. And my last thing that I'm working on is also in light blue color. Yeah, it's a little more dustier if I compare it with the Moby sweater. I hope you can see the difference. But what I'm holding here is a start of a simple cardigan that will have a balloon sleeves. Maybe you have seen earlier that kind of summer cardigans that I time to time make for myself or for somebody else. But this is the very start. I work it top down. Firstly, I cast on a back panel, and then the right side of the cardigan and the left one. After that, I will join them together and work back and forth for the body. So here you can see I'm working on the body, and I will make it like at least like 80 centimeters long, and because of the garter stitch that I'm using, it will elongate even more, because right now it looks more like a closed up accordion, and after blocking and wearing, it will stretch out, not only in the width but also in length. Yeah. And it will have voluminous, beautiful arms, sleeves, and also the front placket for the edges to finish it off. Yeah. So this is like my own made of pattern that I like to use. I'm using a 6mm needles and Adi needles, and a cord that has at least like the cord, I guess, is at least like 150 centimeters. So I can use the same needles on the front placket, and the only additional needles I will use, those will be for the arms and to work in the round. If I'm working on the sleeves, I don't like to use the magical loop technique. I like to use, if I have the circumstance for appropriate for appropriate size, so I will use then the small circle or needles, but all of that will be in the same needle size, 6mm. And the yarn is also from Elisabeth. Elisabeth Super Lana Midi in color 480. One yarn ball is 100 grams and 170 meters. Most of this is an acrylic, 75% if I'm right. Yeah, 75% acrylic and 25 wool. But why I'm using this yarn for these kinds of cardigans is because it is much easier to take care of them. I won't be afraid to enjoy my day, not worrying, oh, I don't want to spill anything or make a mess on this garment. Simply, I can throw it into the wash and let it air dry afterwards, and it is fine. So I will be working on this one also. And yeah, those were my whips, and I will add that this and this yarn and here, those were my acquisitions for this May. And I'm already working on them, so do they count? Okay. That is actually it for the month of the May related to my knitting. The long-awaited summer hopefully slowly is coming. It is getting a little bit warmer, so I will be wearing the dress today. So we will see you on another podcast episode next month. And then I will tell you what I have finished or what else I have started as a new whip and what I have bought. So, good luck, and we will see you later. Bye.